Hello folks, in this guide we will be covering the best gear to be acquired within the cooling towers. I'll basically be giving you all of the best options available and then I'll go through the most efficient way of working through them all. The main gear we will acquire is the following: the Cuirass Exoskeleton and the tactical helmet, the unique Grom S15 submachine gun, the Dnipro rifle with coupled magazine attachment, the SVU, the M701 and the SVD Sniper Rifles, the legendary Weird Nut artifact, as well as all 3 other artifacts and every blueprint within this zone, as well as a handful of additional weapons and supplies along the way. There's just 1 or 2 side notes before we get started. As far as I can tell, the main story will not progress any players through this region, regardless of main story allegiance. This area and the cement factory south are both completely optional. The cooling towers is a relatively small region compared to most. Whilst it doesn't have a hub, there is one very close by, just in the north of the cement factory, meaning we do have somewhat convenient access to storage, traders and a technician. I couldn't help but notice that the human enemies within this region seem tankier and more plentiful in numbers. I'm not sure if this correlates with how far I've personally progressed the story, or if this region just inherently has tougher enemies, but fair warning nonetheless. We will cover all gear in a more or less convenient route, so other than that, let's get started. Our first location is this building marked right here on the map. Here we have this fiery anomaly field. First, take out your scanner to begin locating the artifact. Once done, the western building has an opening right here. Head inside to locate this stash. Our next location is the southwest corner of this facility, right here on the map. Here we can first begin heading up this ladder to access the floor above. From here, head north and access the next ladder. Here we can run north towards this stash behind these boxes. Next, head back south and navigate over to the southern scaffolding. This is the only path I could find over. Once here, head on down and take the ladder up. Mine the anomaly and once again take the next ladder upwards. Head towards the western scaffolding to find this stash right here. Next, head back east and continue navigating to the top of the scaffolding. Once at the very top, you will find this stash here. Next, head onto the large rooftop and follow it all the way down and around until reaching this ladder here. Above, you'll find the last stash right here. I searched the entirety of this roof and I found nothing else. It's likely to be either side quest or DLC related. Our next location is on the western side of the facility, marked right here on the map. Here we have this anomaly field below. Simply head inside and follow the path on screen to eventually locate an artifact and stash right here. Our next location is west at this marker right here on the map. Head inside this facility and you should find a poltergeist mutant. Once dealing with it, behind this gas cloud you'll find an M701 sniper rifle and a stash. After reviewing the footage, I could see that these 3 wheels can be interacted with. I imagine they get rid of this toxic cloud, so I do advise investigating these first. Our next location is north at this marker right here on the map. Here we can quite simply find this SVD Sniper Rifle sitting next to this familiar campfire. Our next location is southeast at this marker right here on the map. Here we have this pit. Close by are 1 or 2 side dog spawns. Either take care of these or simply run in and out before they can do much. Inside the pit, you'll find a unique Grom S15 and a stash sitting inside these anomalies. Our next location is northeast, right here on the map. I advise heading to the southwest corner and navigating up these stairs to the doorway up top. Once inside, follow the path on screen. On this walkway, you should find a Cuirass Exoskeleton and a stash. Our next location is just east of the last, right here on the map. Once here, first head up this ladder and make your way upwards towards this platform. Here, you'll find this stash containing the Camel hydration system for the PSZ-12V Bulat armor. Additionally, next to the stash is a scanner. Upon activating this, the usual discharge will take place, but it will simultaneously spawn in 2 poltergeists. I advise taking care of the one on the same level as yourself. The second is a much more frustrating fight, and my best advice is to simply grab the artifact from the scanner and run. Our next location is east at this marker right here on the map. Here we have the Weird Nut artifact hidden within the Firewhirl anomaly. Essentially, the way in which this anomaly works is roughly every 30 seconds or so, the anomaly will fire up and begin scorching the inner vicinity of the tower. The radius is visually represented by the scorched metal. After roughly 10 seconds or so, it will die back down until flaring up again another 30 seconds or so later. There is a breakpoint midway through this path that will allow for anyone to take a break. To begin, first wait for your window and then start following the path on screen. Once at this section, we can remain here for as long as we like. Once ready, begin heading back the way we came and follow the path around to the other side. Head towards the center here and drop down to this platform. You'll find a weirdness artifact right here. Next, drop down even further to begin running to safety. When ready, head to the south of the cooling tower to find this ladder. Head all the way up and into the teleportation anomaly. From here, head all the way around to find a Dnipro rifle and a stash right here. When ready, simply jump off this edge to the anomaly below. Our next location is far east at this marker on the map. Here we will find a monolithian sniper on the other side of this inaccessible gate. Head towards the small building besides the gate, and inside you'll find this stash containing the coupled Dnipro magazines. Our next location is back west at this marker on the map. Within this old cooling tower, we will first find a poltergeist. After dealing with them, head up onto the top of this container to find this stash, which does contain the rubber stock rear blueprint for the Grom S14. Next, head down and inside the container to find the next stash right here. Our final location is west at this marker here on the map. First, on the northern side of the facility, climb this ladder to the roof and then follow it all the way down to locate this stash. Next, head further into the facility, and within this container is an additional stash. Next, upon approaching the southern building, you will be called to by the local duty members. Accept the side quest and head inside the building. In here, you'll find a tactical helmet on the side. Head back outside and onto the rooftop, and as part of the side quest, you can find the SVD Sniper Rifle sitting right here. That's it for this guide, folks. The Red and the Burnt Forests will both be next. I'm not entirely sure on the order, but it's looking like Red Forest, Burnt Forest, and then Yaniv, Jupiter, and Pripyat. We should all be wrapped up with the series within the next couple of weeks, so if you are waiting on a certain guide, it shouldn't be too much longer. I do, of course, have the entire game covered up to this point, so feel free to stop on by the channel and check things out. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.